ugly one-way mirrors on the windows facing one of my neighbors because I saw the husband looking in my windows. So I live in this ground floor apartment in this converted house, and the back has this huge wall of windows that basically looks right into my neighbor's backyard. When I picked the place, I was like, this is perfect because I love plants and the light was amazing. The neighbors live one street over, but their backyard faces mine, so we're maybe 15 feet apart. Everything was cool until it got warm, and I started noticing the husband from that family just staring into my apartment. And I'm not talking about a quick glance when he's walking by. This guy would be standing there looking for minutes at a time. I'd catch him, look away, then look back, and he'd still be there just gaping. At first I thought maybe I was being paranoid, but then it started happening every single day. I'd be making coffee in the morning and there he'd be. Watching TV at night, there he was again. It got so bad that I started closing my blinds during the day, but that sucked because my place turns into this dark cave and my plants were dying without sunlight. So I did some research and found these window films that turn your windows into one-way mirrors. During the day when it's bright outside, people can't see in, but from inside it just looks slightly tinted. The whole section I covered was like 8 feet high and 20 feet wide. Cost me about $200, but I figured it was worth it for some privacy. After about a week of having these up, both the neighbor parents showed up at my door. The wife was pissed and started listing all these complaints. She said the mirrors were ugly and made their backyard look weird. Their teenage kids and their friends felt uncomfortable hanging out by their pool because there was this giant mirror reflecting everything. She also said it was bouncing sunlight into their yard in the afternoons, and they couldn't eat dinner on their back porch without getting blinded. I apologized for the inconvenience, but told them I needed it for privacy. That's when they both started pushing back, asking why I needed so much privacy. So I straight up told them it was because her husband kept staring into my apartment. The guy immediately started denying it right in front of his wife, acting all offended. So I pulled out my phone and showed her the pictures I'd taken of him looking into my windows. I'd been sending them to my friends with texts like, "This creep is at it again," and "Look at this weirdo just standing there staring." The wife went dead silent looking at the photos while her husband got all red and started yelling that he was just incidentally looking over, and that putting up a giant mirror was a crazy overreaction. I told them I wanted to keep the mirrors up and that this whole situation could have been avoided if he just minded his own business. The wife didn't say anything else, but you could tell she was mortified. A few days later, my landlord called me saying the neighbors had complained about the mirrors. When I explained the situation and showed him the photos, he just laughed and said as long as I wasn't damaging the property, he didn't care what I put on the windows. The funny thing is, after that confrontation, I noticed the husband now goes out of his way to not even look in the direction of my apartment. Mission accomplished, I guess. The mirrors are still up and my plants are thriving.